I was gonna go to straight to the gym, but I think I'm gonna go and walk around and do some laps before I go inside. Because I really want to talk, and I know I'm not gonna be able to talk once I go into the gym. Y'all, I'm glad I came back because I done left my other keys outside on the side of the car. Y'all, I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. Y'all, sorry, I just got off of work. It's early in the morning, so I want to keep this habit up. Keep this habit up that I used to have, and I'm just trying to, you know, keep it back. Keep my endorphins up. Stay happy. Stay motivated. Stay in tune. Stay encouraged. And so, boom, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So, y'all seen the title that I had on my page? Private life, happy life. There's some people who talk about this, but I'm going to give my perspective on it. And I will start off by saying this. I've always lived, for the most part, a quiet and private life. But it didn't come out of wanting to. When I was younger, there were a lot of things that I wanted to do and to be encouraged to do things. And, you share because, you're a kid. You're excited about something. You're going to talk about it, right? And so I used to have people tell me, or knock me down. Oh, you can't do that. Why do you think you should do this? Or maybe you shouldn't do this. This person should do that. And I'll think in my head, like, no, I was raised by my grandparents, especially my grandmother, and she would tell me, like, if you want to do something, do it. You can do anything that you want to do. And I definitely believe it, okay? I believe stuff that people wouldn't think you should believe, but I do believe because the little bit I know, yeah, I believe stuff that people don't believe in. So whatever. Uh, so I really do believe that I can do anything. I really truly believe that. I really do. And I was always taught that my grandmother used to tell me that. My grandfather used to too, but he was more of a stern, like, who gives a rat's behind what anybody has to say, because my feelings used to be hurt when people tell me, oh, you can't do this, or they would be mean to me because of, or tell me that I can't do this but somebody else could do it, when I clearly have done the work to do what I needed to do, and that person hasn't done the work, but because of how they look or how they perceive them, they put this ranking where only they can do what they want to do and I can't do what I want to do. And so, or what I dream to do. And so, after you get pushed down so much, and then you'll start achieving, when you get in your head and you have people in your back, in the back of your head or behind you still pushing you, even though there's other people around, when you have a security net like that, and especially I was very, very close with my grandmother, it's going to make you shut out a lot of the outside noise. You can tell by a person's upbringing and their values and what they went through based off of how they react. If they had a strong foundation where they could be free to express themselves, chances are they're going to be open. They're going to have great boundaries. They're going to know how to pull back when it's not, like, something is up, I don't know what this is. They're going to be able to express themselves and be open and things like that. Now, me, I told y'all I had, two people for the most part who allowed me to be who I was, and all of it, everything in that's involved in it, okay? They allow me to be me. But that didn't stop a lot of people from trying to hinder my spirit, punch it down, knock it down, all that kind of crazy stuff. It never stopped them, okay? It never stopped them, okay? And so I would end up most of the times crying, even when I would go, because if you're a kid and someone tells you can't do something and you end up doing it, you're like, hey, I did do this, you were wrong. Now I do believe in myself, and I proved to myself I can do it. Now I'm showing you to prove to you, hey, you were wrong, I can do that. These people will try to knock it down, minimize it, act like now they're gonna act like it didn't make a difference, you know. But before, when you couldn't do it and they thought somebody else could do it, it was a big deal. It was a big funky deal. But when you surpass all the people that they put above you and you come back as a champion, what they're gonna do, in which I have this a lot, they will downplay it, you know. And so going through that, and you see that, and then you're telling, you know, your people, and they're telling you, even though a lot of that did make sense, you know, like, who did you do it for? Did you do it for them? It doesn't matter, because you did it because you had it in you. It was your time to win. That's how I was brought up, okay? Even though that is true, not acknowledging someone's accomplishments and doing that double standard thing can really mess up your psyche. It can mess up your psyche tremendously, okay? This is where a lot of toxicity comes from, because the next minute, I'm telling y'all, they would try to jump and make something else. Once you beat them at that game, or you conquer something that they're telling you that you can't do, they're going to try to find something else. Y'all, it's about to rain again. All right, time to go inside my car, and then I'll go inside the gym to finish this. Hopefully it don't stay too long, but whatever. So, anywho, I had that, okay? And so I had to learn how to keep pushing on, how to keep going, how to endure. And this made me, you know, I would tell more and more and more, but the more I would surpass people's expectations of me, or what they thought I should be, based off of my background, based off of my location, based off of my parents, based off of the situation, the environment that I live in, you know, I would get more. It wouldn't be more congratulations. You'd be like, oh yeah, this person surpassed it all. This person conquered it all. You know what they're going to do? They're going to go and they're going to hate. They're going to put more obstacles in your way. Not only that, you'll begin to see some of the people who were telling you, it's all right, baby, keep going, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop. When you really start succeeding, you start seeing these people turn their back on you. You start seeing those people who say, well, they don't take all that. Now you got that. Let somebody else do it. Let somebody else get a turn. When it's like, they been had a turn. You gave everybody else a turn. I actually had to make a way for me to even have a turn. I had to go somewhere else to make myself a turn. You told me that I had to go make a way. You know, I could do it. So I had to make a way to get a turn. And then when I got the turn, I ended up surpassing everybody. Now, you mad at me because of that. See what I'm saying? Like, y'all. So this is where you will start seeing hatred. Okay? You start seeing hatred. And I had to understand it. I'm just understanding that even more now. That's why I'm speaking on it today. Because I've seen a lot that even happen with the things that I try to accomplish in life now. Okay? There are some people who are right around you who are clapping in your face for you. And all the time, the whole while, wishing death upon you. Wishing death upon you. Y'all, I had this dream, man. I was talking to somebody. I won't even go into super detail, but they're just telling me to be careful about the people that are around you. I remember talking to people, and when I say people, I mean, some of them was even strangers, like telling me, like, look, you are a sweet person. You have a nice aroma, a scent to you. They always say that. It just weirds me out, but you have a nice scent to you. You are very nice. You have to be careful about who you are around, because a lot of these people want to take you out there smiling in your face. And I was just like, okay, I can understand that, because I've been told that, you know, but still be nice to people, still be kind. But the more I go off in life and I keep, you know, I get more observant, okay, of the things that are around you, because sometimes you get very laissez-faire, I guess. I know for me, I get laissez-faire when I think about governing my friends and family and the people that are close to me and I see every day, and I'm, you know, telling things because we're sharing ideas and things like that. But once I started, you know, the Holy Spirit started telling me, like, okay, okay, Belle, like, step back, listen. Or, I get directed to, uh, the angels will tell you, will direct you. Somebody will say something that's off-putting. You're like, what the? And you listen. And you listen. And you're like, why did they say that? Then you start listening to the rest of the conversations, and things start pinging. And you're like, okay. When you find out that even though that person admired you at the beginning, now they really despise you, because now you're showing them what they felt like they couldn't do. Okay? And so you're going to be so hurt. And I'm telling you, during this time, I get so hurt. I become hurt, because I know how jealousy becomes. I've been jealous before, and I have to check myself. I always try to do that because, listen, especially if you're an adult. It's different when you're a kid, and even when you're a kid, learn how to check it. Everybody gets jealous sometimes, but some of these people, you will be surprised that really despise you. They'll act like they are so into you, and they despise everything that you do. Everything that you do. And the mere fact that you're succeeding and they're not is more of a reason for them to attack you. Okay? And they don't think of it just because of somebody saying they don't like you or something like that. Those people, for the most part, you already know to stay away from. It's never those people. It's hardly ever those people. Okay? It's people that are close to you. People that are close to you. And so I've learned to have what we call a private, the rain stopped. I can still walk. To have a private life. As much as I want to share, as much as I want to uplift, as much as I want to inspire people, especially through my walk and with my life, the truth of the matter is a lot of people will say that they like my life. They will say that they will admire it, but after a while they will despise me because it's showing a lot of things that are inside of them. Okay? And if you're listening to this, whether now or later, whenever this comes across you, chances are you have to go through the same exact thing, because God doesn't, allow things to come across your path for no reason. Nothing in this world is by accident. Not a darn thing. Okay? Not a darn thing. So if you're listening to this message, understand it's a sign to shut the hell up. Okay? Just shut up. You can't tell everybody everything. You know how you can inspire people? When they see you doing better. That's what I had to get. That's what I had to get. The aha moment. Because you want to take me. I want to take everybody I can with me. Because I wish somebody would have been able to take me. But you know what? Everybody not at the same rate. Everybody not at the same mindset in the headspace that you took the time to work on yourself to be in. I didn't even understand it. I didn't even give myself a pat on the back for the work that I did with myself before to get to this point, to get to that point. And all those people that you're around, it's because of familiarity. Even if you met them just a couple of minutes ago, I had one lady who I met at an event, and we had some things in common based off of the event. And she just really connected to me because, she had some interest in some family things that we had in common. And I thought that, okay, well, maybe we just inspire each other. That could be something where we could just, actually be friends. But I found out that this lady really didn't even care for me that way. She was inspired that I could go and do. She never saw someone that had some of the obstacles that I had to overcome and do things. And that inspired her. But what bothered her even more was that I had more access and more resources than she did. And she considered herself as something else, as a higher ranking than me based off her financial portfolio, based off of the things that she'd done. Instead of just understanding everybody got their own path, you're connecting for a reason. And so she began to show a lot of hatred by passive aggressive comments, backhanded comments, you know. When I would do stuff, when I would compete in pageants, oh, I wouldn't do this if I was a big person, if I was large, if I was that size, you should do it, but it's just not, it's beneath me, but you should go ahead and do it, like, oh, okay, which I did, y'all, because I don't let people stop. I do not let people stop me because it's child's play for me. But I'm telling y'all this, like, because it is so true. Okay. Another thing, me going back to the gym, y'all. So I noticed that even the people that I was hanging out with, the differences between them, because I was hanging out with people who work out more, right? And then all of a sudden I started hanging out with people who didn't, and notice, not to say it was them, but I'm seeing how I responded. Because if you're around certain people long enough, you will pick up some of them habits, some of them old habits. You go around old situations, you're going to perform the same old way. And so I started seeing the weight gain. Why? Because they had a different mindset. So when I caught myself and said, hey, I want to go back and, do something different. Let me go back to the gym. Let me go work out. People, oh, no, well, you shouldn't do that. You fine for yourself. You think you blah, blah, this, blah, 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 woo, woo. Not understanding that, okay, for one, your opinion didn't matter. Especially in this arena, because I've chosen to go this route because it's some things that I don't like about myself, so it has nothing to do with you or your opinions. And two, they knew that from the beginning. When they met me, I was already in that field and exercising and doing all that, one of the things that I even noticed even before then, they would always say, she's the super skinny one. Then when I started gaining weight, they're not the super skinny one anymore. Thank goodness, blah, blah, it'll be okay. But I would get attacked because of that. And so, I told them, like, I started telling them, okay, I'm going to go ahead and go work out. Do y'all know? Once I started telling people, I was gone doing this for like about weeks, walking miles, back to my 5 miles a day and stuff like that. Y'all, let me tell you about week 3 now. To break a habit they say 21 days. It actually takes 19, but those extra days solidify things. So that's, because your mind goes in a cycle every 7 days. Okay? Every 3 days, it'll go into a cycle, the smaller cycle, and every 7 days is like a repeat. So it's 3s and 4s. So that's how you end up with 7. And why they do with 21, because you got 3 and, oh goodness, you got 7 days in a week for the cycles of repeat on your brain goes in 3s and 4s. So on the 3rd day, just like when they have those detox, if you say JJ smoothie cleanse, and y'all see the 3 days, and they say 3 days around, because it doesn't go exactly 3 days for every person, but generally about 80 to 85 to about 90% of the people of the human population, your brain will recirculate day 3 after 72 hours, and again after 4 days after that. And so that's the 7, that'll be the 3rd day and the 7th day. When you get to the 21st day, think about it. You done did it 3 times that 3 days and 4 times the 4 days. So your brain is already circulating. So it went into 6 cycles already. 6 cycles. Okay? So after it went past that 6th cycle, that 7th, the chances of you having a 7th full cycle of another 3 days and another 7 days is highly possible, unless another stimulus comes into play. Okay, meaning some other distraction or something like that. Your mind is just going to go automatic. Your mind is sinking in and aligning to what you are trying to do. Okay, first you're forcing yourself. You're telling your mind to do something, and you're forcing yourself. That's not done. But when you get to that 3rd one, it's like everything is getting in alignment. Okay, so tell me why, y'all. After I told them that, come that 3rd week, All kind of crazy stuff was happening. Okay? And not only that, I would notice that they would come out and say things very similar to what was going on in my life that I never told them. You know, and I was like, okay, well, maybe they're just highly intuitive. But I started finding out that that was not the case. Some of them were, but a lot of them wasn't, okay? And some of that stuff is intentional. You will be surprised how many people really don't like you. And you thinking that the people who society tells you don't like you and hate you are the villains, when a lot of the times the villains are right next door to you. Right in the part of your head. Right there smiling in your face. Holding you up, talking about I'll always be there for you. Okay? And so if you could just remember that and understand that, then things will go better for you. Okay? Things will go better for you. Okay? I want you to remember this, because I've had some hard couple of years because of this, and I was not getting it. I was not getting it until Holy Spirit just dropped it like boom. Don't do it. There are people who are not for you, and they will disrupt you. There, not only that, there are a lot of people who are for you, but when they see you getting something good and they start comparing, a lot of people will start comparing, and it's kind of natural to, even though they tell you don't, it's kind of natural to look at that and say, well, why am I not getting this? Why is this, I see this, why am I not getting this? If you're not trained to understand that everything really does happen for a reason, and if I'm seeing this, that is trained, there's a possibility that there's something good coming for me because I see good coming this way, and you don't understand the strength of moving into the direction of positivity, then guess what? Guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna have that negative energy, you're gonna have that negative flow, and a lot of people live off of that. Most of society lives off of that. All right? Okay? So just stop telling people. Stop telling people. I know you want to open up and share everything. I used to do that, and stuff would just fall down. I'm like, man, did I put it in the atmosphere too early? No, somebody done knocked it down. You can't do it before I do it. Oh, that was another thing with this other individual we used to do. I was in a relationship, y'all. Only person I told, it was only 3 people. Y'all, after I told them about this relationship, y'all, my relationship was going boom, 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 haywire. Haywire. When I say haywire, I mean haywire. And I didn't even grasp it until after everything was gone and done. I'm like, wait a minute. Then next thing you know, they over there. I'm engaged. Y'all. I kid y'all not. Like, and I'm not on no hater stuff, because everybody can get where they need to go, and they can be in the same path, but they were not even looking that way. They didn't even have a partner, all this kind of stuff. So, and God can move, Holy Spirit, they can move and connect people, at the same time. It can be love in the air. But this didn't even make sense. It didn't even sound right. None of that. But I won't even get into that topic, okay? Because that's a whole different ball game about that. I might have to make a whole thing about that. But yeah. Don't stop telling people, okay? Stop telling people, okay? The less you tell, the better your life will be. The less people will harm your stuff, okay? Less people will come out and try to attack you for no reason. Okay? I don't give a care if I'm doing good or bad now. I just tell people the same stuff, because I get so tired. I get so tired sometimes of the unnecessary warfare, the unnecessary attacks, when you just trying to live your life. You don't have to be braggadocious, and you don't have to hide. I'm not telling you to hide your stuff either, because I used to hide stuff too. Just because I know people will attack and things, but sometimes you do have to hide certain things about yourself to certain people, because some people just are plain just evil. They don't have a good life. They're evil. All right? Pure evil. All right? And that's okay. But you're not supposed to do that forever. You know, you get to a safe place and you know, you'll be okay, right? You'll be okay. And you'll be all right. Right? But ooh, they over there running. But yeah, just stop telling people. And I don't give a care. This goes for family. This goes for friends, because you don't know what your family is up to. The older I get, the more I start knowing more about the stuff that I don't even want to know about some of the members in my family. Some of them that pretend to be all good and balanced and equal and own integrity. And I'm not talking about like based off of religion or anything like that. I have a lot of family members that are from different backgrounds, like different belief systems and things like that. But they call themselves living on integrity and living on the balanced playing field, and you find out that ain't the case. Or they living on a balanced playing field until you exceed them. Okay? Until when things don't go their way. You know. And so I learned not to say nothing. Okay? People will see your success. They see it already. That's why they attack you. That's why a lot of people attack you. Okay? They see your success already. All you got to do is keep going, keep living, stay humble. And when I say stay humble, it ain't about hiding or nothing. Just stay in your lane, you know, and be private. And that can just eliminate a lot of the unnecessary bull crap that comes your way. Because people, once you start broadcasting, you start telling people, other people start going, oh, well, this person, and they, before you even know it, you told one person, they done told 12 other people, 12, those people done told 12 people, them 12 people done told 24. It's going to be a whole ripple effect, and now you overwhelmed. Because now these people are coming out of the woodworks. They trying to be your friend. They trying to come at you at different angles so they can get close to you to find out how you get the gift, how you know, how you do this, how you do that. When the people who you don't want to be around are trying to break their necks to find you and get close to you to try to take whatever you have, either physically or spiritually, sometimes both, away from you. I had to learn this. And don't be surprised, some of them old hoes, and I'm seeing old hoes because I mean what I say. Okay, because I had some older people who were definitely, they would act like, you know, they would see the holes inside of me, the things, you know, the issues that I had with, you know, having family, you know, leave and being, you know, feeling that sense of abandonment and some of those things that, you know, wanting that motherly love kind of thing. And I was having a little bit of those bridges and bridging over, you know, and people would go and manipulate that. They would go and manipulate it just to try to get the things from me, try to get physical things from me, try to get not only, you know, physical things, my time, my energy, even things spiritually. Okay? And had I had any sense just to shut up, because I was so vulnerable then, I was so excited because somebody's giving me a little bit of, because I'm telling y'all this, I'm being so transparent about this because I've had this happen. And I know a lot of people have this happen to them too. And because they've been nice, just maybe a couple of times, because they're going to do it because they see the vulnerability inside of you. And what they will do is be zapping you getting them information. What are you doing today? Well, I'm about to go do this. I remember I had a radio show. I'm going to tell y'all about this. I had a radio show. My uncle owns a radio station. And so I was going to have a show on there. It took me forever to get the show because there were people who did not want me to have the show. But I'm thinking, like, we all on the same board. We supposed to be all the same team. But I had to work my way from the back because they're, oh, yeah, she just doing this favoritism. Why she always got to do this? And, you know, but it was all jealousy. It was all hatred. It's all jealousy. So while they having their shows, When I had my one little show, they did not want me to get on. Okay, it did not matter what I was doing, where I was going. They did not want me to have a show, y'all. Just even saying one little word. And so, ooh, look at all this bird crap. That's bad. Look at this. Hold on, I want y'all to see. Look at that. That's bad. But anywho, I remember this lady was asking me, and I was telling her the issues that was going on at the radio station, because I was like, I don't really know how to cope with it. You know, they were so nice to me all of a sudden, and then you know, for a long time, and then all of a sudden when they found out that I moved from sales and they was gonna put me on the board, then all of a sudden it's a problem. All of a sudden it's a problem. You know, you've already gave me a position as the executive producer. I can go and write down the things. I can write down scripts. I can put down, make a syndicated broadcast, like, put a show, create a pilot, create a pilot for this whole, the whole doggone, for the week. Create pilots. If y'all don't know what pilots is, it's shows. Just put up a lineup of shows, okay? And so in media, that's what they call it, a pilot. And so I could do this, but when it's time for me all to get up there and to speak, and you let let the words that I wrote, because they were reading off of my scripts, whether all that news, everything. I put up the Facebook page and everything. But when it was time for me to get up and open my mouth, then it's an issue. And so I didn't understand that. And I was just telling her, like, well, maybe, discussion and opening myself, thinking it's a safe place. When in reality, all she wanted to do was knock me out the way and find out a way to get herself her show. And she literally said this, and I didn't put it together. It was like, I always wanted to have a show. Didn't think about that, because I'm going to have a show. And it was talking about a swap-a-rama kind of thing or whatever. Y'all, and let me tell you, everything went haywire to the point that I ended up getting let go. Well, it wasn't even I got let go. I was just like, I'm not gonna do it anymore. It was like, I wish you the best, that kind of thing. And it was just like, wait a minute, like all this stuff that he was offering to let me do, like, and I ended up, going through and doing all the stuff. We had like performances. People come in with AC Green. We had Mary. We had ASAP Rocky. All those people come in. We was doing a lot of stuff, y'all. So that just blew me. And it started showing me like how deep people's hatred will go. You think about how deep is your love when they say, how deep is your love? Is your love? Is your love? Okay, y'all, think about how deep somebody's hatred is. Okay? Because you got to be a foul mother lover to go ahead and act like you somebody's friend and then try to take them out. Okay? Y'all think about Judas. I didn't think about that. But think about Judas. Judas knew. Even though it's for a short period of time, Judas just thought like, he said he liked he was around Jesus because he believed what he was doing was good. You got to think about his intentions. He believed what he was doing was good, but deep down in his heart, somebody to turn you in like that, they didn't really know the depths. They didn't understand the depths of why he thought that he was a fool. Okay? Because the only way you can betray somebody by trying to take their life and do something negative, you got to think that they are a fool. You have to think that they are a fool. Okay, that's when I started thinking about that whole thing with, Jesus and the whole Passover and everything else. When people try to dog you out, and this is in everyday life, when people try to dog you out or they try to be friends with you and they do passive aggressive things and they do sideways comments, you know what the reason that they do it? It's because they think that you are dumb. They might like what you do, but they really do think deep down in their heart that you are dumb by doing it. You are a dummy, and it couldn't be them. That's how they think. Oh yeah, well, everybody should be this way. Everybody Judas style. Everybody should be like Jesus, but you gotta be a dummy because I'm gonna get mine. And I just have to get mine. Not understanding that he didn't even really need nothing. He didn't want nothing. He didn't need nothing. Okay, he was by somebody who had everything. Okay? Everything that he needed was provided for, except his greed to have a little bit more than what he thought he should have. And when you feel like somebody else has something that you should have, and you feel like you don't have what you should have, you will act out like that. And that's what a lot of these people will do. That's why I say keep a private life. Private life. Private life, happy life. Okay? Private life, happy life. Okay? A lot of us are going through transitions. And even though we don't have the fancy car and the fancy house and all that yet, or the things and the means to supply and to help people yet, you know them people know. There are people in the spiritual realm that even know. There's people who don't know nothing about the spiritual realm, but they know logic. They know logic, and they know, like, look, if you keep doing this, eventually you're going to get to where you at. Because you got discipline. And so you have to understand it. I had to get that in my head. I wasn't comprehending. You know, we can be our worst enemies by not looking, by not adhering, by not seeing what the heck is really going on around us. Okay? Not seeing what's going around us. There are people who really and truly want to take you the hell out. Not because you did anything to them. Okay? I used to think that so much, y'all. I used to think, like, if I will be nice to people and be kind and use a level of integrity and I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but use a level of integrity and sound judgment, and to be able to go back and say, okay, if I made a mistake, okay, I'm sorry about this, and keep moving, then they will see that and other people will follow. Okay? And while that is true, once people really see that you are intentional, for the most part, it is not for someone who never experienced someone to do that. You know, and it takes God to change people's hearts and minds. You have to understand that too. Because you could be doing this over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and God still has this person's heart locked up and chained up, especially if they've been abused, if people in their life haven't been on a whole integrity note, if they've been around people who are misleading, who are liars, who are constant manipulators, who don't believe in themselves, so they are backstabbing, they don't follow through on things. If they are like that, if they are around people who are like that constantly, and that's all they've seen, okay, we can say we believe in something, but our actions show what our values and what we truly believe. And chances are, they're going to be more hesitant towards you. And not only that, they're going to think that you are the enemy. I've even had to deal with this myself. Some of the habits that I've seen, some of the negative habits I've seen, and somebody else had to unlock some things and open and show me. Okay? They're going to have that. So, just understand that. Keep some things private. Holy Spirit will open you up and allow you to say some things that you need to say when it is the time. So, remember that. Oh, what kind of yellow bird is that? Oh, it's a yellow bird. I don't know where it is. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Where did he go? He flew. No, he's right over there. He's over there by those yellow flowers, y'all. So cute. But anywho, Spirit will let you know. Holy Spirit will let you know what to say, how to say it, and who to say it around the right time. You know, like I said, nothing happens on an accident. Everything in this realm and the realm after is intentional. It's intentional. Even the hardships that we go, everything is intentional. It's by meaning intentional. It's by an action stimulated by a thought. It's a thought in action. Okay? It's a thought in action. And so once you become intentional about it, which I'm still working on that every single day. That's why I'm talking out here now. You become better. And you'll be able to see a lot of this stuff from a mile away. You'll be able to see people when they try to do crazy stuff a mile away, and to be able to respond to it promptly. That was another thing that I had to deal with, is responding to people promptly and not running from things. Like, because you're like, okay, what should I do? I don't want to offend. I don't want to. But people who are trying to make your life a living miserable, you know what? They don't care. They don't care, and you have to get that understanding too. So, like I said, keep your mouth closed. If you even get any kind of angelic help, any divine help, y'all, listen, I've learned not to even tell you, be like, okay, I just want to go open and share the world, because it's a beautiful thing. People don't feel that way, because a lot of people ain't even connected. You won't even know how many people are not connected, who think they're connected, but they are not connected. And people who want to be connected cannot be connected because of their actions. Because of their actions. And so, yeah, it's best just to keep quiet. Keep quiet. And you'll be all right. People will see your success when the time is right. Okay? So, yeah, on that note, I'm going to get off of here, y'all. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem, y'all. Bye.